You are alone, and you will be alone. The tone is introspective, philosophical, and slightly existential, with moments of inspiration and reflection. It delves into solitude, the human condition, and the empowerment found in embracing one's aloneness. You are alone, and you will be alone. Speech. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a phrase that strikes the heart like a sharp wind on a quiet night. You are alone, and you will be alone. Not many would begin a speech this way. It's a heavy truth, it's uncomfortable, and maybe it even sounds like despair. But I ask you not to turn away. Stay with me. There is a strange power hidden in those words, a quiet strength that waits to be uncovered. Let us begin at the beginning. From the moment we are born, we come into this world alone. Not metaphorically, physically, literally. No one else can take that first breath for us. No one else can cry our first cry. We are, in that moment, utterly singular. And though we are born into families, communities, networks of care and love, the truth of our being remains ours alone. No one else sees the world quite like we do. No one else walks with our exact weight in their steps. No one else thinks with our mind, feels with our heart, dreams with our soul. We are, in a word, alone. Now, I know what you may be thinking. What about connection? What about love, family, friendship, companionship? Surely we are not alone if we have these. Yes, of course, these are real. We form bonds. We fall in love. We raise children. We laugh with friends. We grieve with strangers. These are among the most beautiful things life has to offer. They are real and they are essential. But still, no matter how deep our connections, there is a boundary around the self that no one else can cross. Your thoughts are yours. Your feelings are yours. Your experiences are filtered through your perception and lived in your body. You can share them, but they are never duplicated. They are yours. That's what I mean when I say you are alone. Let me take you further. In moments of great pain, haven't you felt it? That sense that no matter how many people love you, no one can truly step into your suffering and take it away. When you lie awake at night with your fears pressing on your chest, no one else can carry them. When your heart breaks, others can comfort you. But the breaking? That is yours alone. And yet this is not a speech about despair. This is a speech about truth. And from truth comes liberation. Because in the acceptance of aloneness, there is an extraordinary kind of freedom. When you realize that no one is coming to live your life for you, you begin to live it fully. When you understand that no one can make your choices, feel your feelings, or walk your path, you stop waiting. You stop waiting for permission, for validation, for rescue. You begin to stand on your own 2 feet, not with bitterness, but with quiet strength. You stop saying, I'll be happy when someone loves me, and start asking, can I love myself now? You stop saying, I'll be worthy when others approve, and start saying, I am worthy because I exist. You stop blaming the world for what it cannot give you, and start giving to yourself what you truly need. It is in solitude that we meet ourselves. It is in being alone that we learn who we really are, beneath the noise, the roles, the expectations. Solitude is the forge where the soul is tempered, and I know that's not easy. Because being alone forces us to face the parts of ourselves we usually hide. Our fears, our regrets, our confusion, our pain. But if you sit with yourself long enough, past the noise, past the ache, past the discomfort, something astonishing happens. You find you, not the version you perform for the world, not the mask you wear to be loved or accepted, but the raw, unedited you. And in finding that, you begin to make peace. Maybe for the first time in your life, you begin to feel whole. Let me tell you a story. There was once a philosopher who retreated into the mountains to live in solitude. People called him mad. Why would anyone choose to be alone, they asked. But he smiled and said, it is only in silence that I hear my truest voice. He wasn't running from the world. He was running toward himself. And isn't that the journey we're all on, whether we admit it or not? The journey to meet ourselves? But we resist, because we've been taught that aloneness is the same as loneliness. It is not. Let me say that again. Aloneness is not loneliness. Loneliness is the feeling of lacking connection. It hurts. It's the ache of being unseen, unheard, untouched. And yes, it's real. It can be debilitating. But aloneness, true aloneness, is different. It's the state of being self-contained, of being centered in your own presence. It's the ability to sit with yourself and not flee. It's peace, not pain. Power, not pity. And it is a power that very few ever claim, because we are surrounded by noise, our phones, our feeds, our constant craving for attention. We're so afraid of silence, so afraid of not being seen. But in the chase to always be connected, we often lose the connection that matters most, the one with ourselves. We live in a world that tells us we are not enough unless we are in love, unless we have a crowd, unless we're being watched, followed, adored. But that's a lie. You were always enough. You are enough when you are sitting in a room alone, doing nothing, being no one but yourself. You are not empty. You are vast. And yes, you will be alone, even when surrounded by people, even when loved deeply, even when adored by many, because no one else can live your inner life. No one else can die your death. No one else can know what it's like to be you. And that is sacred. That aloneness is not a punishment. It's a gift. It's a mirror. It's a home. Some of the greatest art, the most powerful ideas, the most profound moments of transformation have come from people who embraced their solitude, who went into the cave of themselves and came out carrying fire. The poet writes in solitude. The monk meditates in silence. The dreamer dreams alone. You don't need the world to clap before you speak your truth. You don't need a lover to prove you're worthy of love. You don't need a crowd to justify your existence. You exist. That's enough. You are alone. And in that, there is space. Space to think, to feel, to grow, to change, to create, to break and rebuild. Space to breathe, to be. When you make peace with aloneness, you stop fearing abandonment. You stop clinging, you stop shrinking, you start expanding, you become whole. And ironically, only when you are whole can you truly love others, not from need, but from freedom. You stop asking them to fill your holes. You invite them to dance with you in your wholeness. You stop fearing silence. You listen. You stop fearing solitude. You settle. You stop fearing yourself. You begin. So I will not end this speech by saying you are not alone, because the truth is you are, and you will be, in the most honest, empowering, or inspiring sense. You will walk this life in your own shoes. You will make your own choices. You will carry your own regrets and your own triumphs. No one else can do it for you. No one else can be you. And thank God for that. Because you, exactly as you are, exactly as you will be, are something the universe has never seen before and will never see again. So don't run from your aloneness. Sit with it. Talk to it. Let it teach you. Let it shape you. Let it remind you that the most important relationship you will ever have is with yourself. You are alone, and you will be alone. And that, my friend, is the beginning of everything.